Okay, so last week we didn't have class, but you were designing a bookmark. So you had a practice drawing in your sketchbook, and we had a front and a back side, and there was some space where we had to leave blank, a little 3" by 3" space, and then you had some open areas in here, and you wanted to do the same thing on this other side here as well, a 3" by 3" space with some designs in it. So what you're going to do today is they're going to get the final copy. So if you were at home, this may end up being your final copy right here. Okay, so you'll be able to cut this this out, and you'll have to do a design on the back of this one, or you can get a separate sheet of paper and cut it out to the dimensions and start doing your design. What we want to do here is, if this is the one that I started to cut out, or if I'm in class, what I want to do is mark off 3 inches, so my 0 line to 3, and my 0 line to 3, and then just going to draw myself a light line here, and then I'm going to fold on this line. So basically what I'm going to do is look so that I can see the line and give myself a nice fold onto that line. All right. So it'll have a little crease there, and then that is where we are going to add our little design element to this. Okay? So what we want to do is we are going to fold this so that this goes down. All right? And very, very lightly, what we want to do is we are going to make a heart shape on this side here. All right? So I can get a little bit mathematical on this one, and since this is 3 inches, maybe find the center at 1.5 inches. So I just made a little mark on this top flap here. And I'm going to make a similar mark very lightly up at the top here, because I know that if this gets divided in half, it's going to go right down the center here. So I kind of lightly drew a line on here so that I can try to get about half and half. And really what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down from the top just a little ways, and I'm making a little V on here. And so then I'm going to make the top part of the heart connect to the folded area. All right. So I'm on my flap here. I've come down a little bit, and I'm going to connect it. I don't want to draw a line through here and here because this is where it's going to connect. I'm going to start back up towards this corner, and I kind of cut the corner off a little bit. And then I'm going to make my way down at an angle back towards my center line at the bottom. All right. So I'm going to come up from here at a little bit of an angle, like so. All right. So I've got my heart shape. I'm going to open her back up, and then I am going to cut out the heart. Now I can do the edges all the way to the fold. All right. So like so. I'm going to remove that side there, and I'm going to work on this side here. And I'm going to cut this off as well. Come around the corner very carefully. Stop at the fold. All right. I can remove that. And then I'm going to fold it back up because I want to get this piece out here. Now be careful that you do not cut on these folded spots because we still want it to be attached to our bookmark. But I'm going to cut down to the point that way, and I'm going to cut down to the point like so. All right. And now I have a nice little flap for my bookmark. And that way when I go to put it inside of a book, I can have my paper go in, and the heart can mark the page, and it will hang right over the edge of my book. All right. Now that I've had this cut out, I'm going to go back to my design and the requirements that I needed to get in, and I am going to start to pencil those in. And if we have to make some adjustments to the design that we've created, on our practice, now this would be the time to do it. So I can open this up. If I want to add some things to the heart, since we left that blank, I can do that as well. All right. It's nice to have, you know, maybe your name in here, unless you've got it down in the other areas. But I can go in and start to make my designs from there. And I can also do some designs on the back that I've done in my practice drawing. So you've done this practice drawing. Try not to change this too much. You can change it a little bit if things aren't fitting. But really, you took the time to possibly do a practice drawing. So we'd like to see that done within our heart bookmark. Okay? So there's how we get it cut. And now we can finish it up by getting our designs in and coloring it in. All right? That's what we're working on this week. We're finishing this up, and then next week we're starting to work with a kind of a longer project in class. So we will let you guys know what that is, and you got questions, email me, and we'll see you in next week.